Ta-da! Hey, internet friends, this is MagicBrad with the MagicBrad Show here in an undisclosed location at the Magic Lounge, which is in my basement office of my new home in Fridley, Minnesota. I'm now a Fridleyite again. And by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, ring that little notification bell, and give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Can you do that for me? So today we are going to talk about how to reach event planners for very, very little money. What is it? The postage rate is like 37 cents, something like that. So let me go get my friend Bo. We're going to talk about being nice to people and having them buy products and services from you. Where's Bo? There he is.
Hey, there he is. Hello, MagicBrad. Top of the morning to you, my friend.
It is.
I have a good report for you.
What?
I have a good report for you.
Okay, go.
As I was in the green room, I received a notification that you are live. We are live on LinkedIn. Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, it works.
It's really good to have a different, because a lot of my event planner type people are, that's where they are.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
LinkedIn is open enough to let people see what's going on, and maybe we'll have a couple people chime in. I'm not sure how LinkedIn works with the whole messenger thing. But.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good question. Hey, this is an experiment, and we shall see. But that also means that the pressure's on. We have to deliver today. You have to deliver
we deliver all the time. You deliver what you can deliver. You know, I really don't feel much pressure with this, and the social media stuff is just bizarre to me. It's just, and I think like everybody else. I mean, when you really look at it, it's just bamboozling. If someone's got 3,000 connections and then they do a post and they get one of these little thumbs up, and that's about it. It's just weird.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah.
Like,
well,
the tree falls in the woods. You know?
Maybe we'll get more thumbs up because
we've always got such a positive attitude.
We deliver good content. Here we go. We got to make it worth their time, right? To chime in.
The cool thing about it is also on YouTube, which is repurposable, and then I propagate that out. So if you take a look at, instead of looking at just one platform, if you look at the combined Twitter, YouTube, this, that, and the other thing, and then the direct mail postcards. I just did this mailing with Mailbox Power.
Hey, look at that. That looks gorgeous. That's a nice postcard.
That's a picture of my show when I did it a long time ago at Earl Brown Heritage Center.
There you go.
We had the booths going through the whole thing like that.
I think you know what you're doing. You've got good colors in there and everything. Like you may be the magician of marketing. Let's just call it that.
We can do that. The magic marketing. No, I'm actually the best marketing legend ever.
That's true.
See?
Yeah. The only guy I know with a mug like that. Look at that.
You gave me the money. You know, I want to get the Synergy Cafe going, and I'll share with you the concept that I have for it. Okay. Before, that was the name of my show, but nobody knew who I was, so I changed it to the MagicBrad Show. But I've still got the domain for my Synergy Cafe and the Synergy Cafe. And what it is, it's a virtual coffee shop. That's what I want to have. Yeah. So I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I just set up a camera in the corner while I'm working, and all of a sudden you hear this, oh, hi, come on in. And we had coffee.
Yes. So it's just kind of a never-ending live stream, and then people come and go, like an open room.
Webcams.
Yeah. You just have to remember they're on, you know what I mean, at all times.
Yeah, it's like a voyeur cam or whatever. You want to watch Brad work?
Let's. Is this like an eagle in a nest looking at you in your room there?
Yeah, I can do that.
This is great.
There's a friend of mine that was promoting a thing. I think it was called Skyline, and what it was, it had webcams all over the world, like pointing down at like Times Square and pointing down in like in Paris somewhere, and all these different areas. The regulations don't let you have it so close where you can have facial recognition, so they're all distant. But you could go on there and tune in to some place in Italy or whatever and watch people driving around and stuff, and see if there's a parade going on or whatever. Yeah. And then they had, of course, advertising on to support it all. It was kind of a neat thing because you could go anywhere in the world and find out what's going on in some, major metropolis or whatever.
It's pretty wild. Yeah, I'm not sure. Have you ever seen the show, the series Schitt's Creek?
I don't think I have, but
Okay, well, it's fantastic and it's worth it. My wife has seen the series multiple times, but it won several awards last year, I think. And anyways, it makes me think because they've set up a camera inside this little, I think it's like a bunny cage, right? So people could kind of watch it. And it's not, I don't think it was getting a whole lot of hits and all that. Well, all of a sudden the vet came back from a run and was stretching out, and he was basically, he changed, and all of a sudden the site's going berserk because this camera that's inside the cage caught him nude. And so now it's like, well, you have to almost intentionally keep that up, right?
You
So you
have
never
to
know.
be careful what you're doing when you're out with the camera.
Exactly.
These
Careful
days.
with the voyeur cam. Watch your behavior.
If
But
you're
yet,
at a stop sign, don't pick your nose.
that's right. That's good stuff. That's awesome. All right. So what are we going to talk about today, man?
We're going to be talking, of course, about Mailbox Power, the thing that we talked about. And the reason we push this is because of the way, in my opinion, I was going to say in my opinion, otherwise people think that you're, well, they think anyways.
I like it. It's a good qualifier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Mailbox Power is a platform to be able to mail postcards, greeting cards, gifts, like this little thing that you sent me, and you sent me a little phone rack right here that I use, and it folds up and you can kind of put it in your pocket. And what else I got? You got this little thing that you sent me with my little MagicBrad show thing on there, a little business card holder so they don't get all bent. And you can also send postcards and fold up greeting cards.
You've got a whole kit going there. Hey, I don't know if you've ever seen this one.
You sent it to me. What is that? Oh, is that the credit card holder thing?
No, Mailbox Power charges me up. Somebody sent this to me. Mailbox Power charges me up. It's got my name on it, right? And you know what this is? I'll show you. I got to get it up into the screen, right? I pop this up. It's got a cord built in. This is a battery, external battery. It's an iPhone charger, Android charger. It's like, somewhat thin, thicker than a credit card, but it's light, but yet it packs a ton of power. So it's and then it can be personalized. You can send it to somebody with their logo, their name, whatever you want. This was
their picture, their copy.
Yeah, it's so, and it's just easy to slide in a pocket if you think you might run out of battery power. And it's got the built-in cord, so you don't have to, and an adapter. It's really neat.
So for those that don't know, that's what Mailbox Power is. And this is my affiliate link. Another disclaimer that if you decide to try Mailbox Power and use Mailbox Power, I might earn some money because that's the way I roll.
That's how you do what you do.
That's what business is all about.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. That and I'll vent a little bit of my frustration with social media and some of the other things. I've been putting money into ads, and I think you really need to put a lot of money into ads, because if you want to get noticed, you need to be above the ad spend of Tony Robbins and Gary Vaynerchuk and and all these other people that are bidding, because that's the way the online stuff works. So I'm moving back into the physical world with postcards. I used to do a lot of postcards when I was booking my Magic full time. And then I used postcards to promote my event planner expo. I do a postcard out that says, keep this card for free admission to the expo.
Sure.
And it's a physical card. You put that free admission thing on there. It's got perceived value because I think I got it scheduled for $20 to get in. It would be a $20 card.
Yeah.
So that's how, and it only costs, this is the weird part. Maybe you've been in Mailbox Power longer. Maybe you can tell me how they're doing this. To send a postcard, it costs postage only for 37 cents. How are they doing that? Somebody's got to pay for the paper.
Yeah, and paper's not free.
No.
Now, I think the only qualifier is to get them for free. You do have to have a pro plan, which provides you with right? It's a monthly subscription you can turn on and you can turn off, right? And that helps absorb the price if enough users do that, right? It's kind of like, I look at it like us in the insurance world, emergency roadside service, right? How can we charge $1 per car per month and somehow provide possibly a $300 tow reimbursement? How do we do it? Because of volume. We got numbers. We got enough people doing it, paying it, that aren't using it. And it's able to be a
interesting. So it's
neutral.
It's like the health club thing where you pay the membership, but you don't use the equipment.
Yeah. there's enough people not using that membership that makes it work, right? So I think that's how it's done. And there's some power users that send thousands of postcards a month, very, very effectively, and obviously without a whole lot of work. That's the beauty of it. I don't send postcards myself, and so I pay a monthly fee to use this to send out thank you and welcome gifts and cards and greeting cards and all those things. So they're making a couple nickels on me that help offset Brad's overusage of postcards.
I don't know if it's an overusage.
Yeah.
But
so
that's what I think is really cool about this is you got all the other stuff, the brownies, you can send little popcorn, you can send treats and gifts and cheese boards like you bought Travis, that little bamboo wooden cheese board with his name and his wife's name on it.
Yeah.
You can customize all that stuff, greeting cards. There's a lot of stuff that you can do. But the topic I was talking about today was the ability to reach event planners. You create your list, and I've got a list too. So I'm kind of putting it out there that if anybody's in the event industry in the Minneapolis, St. Paul, greater metro area, I'm willing to work with you to help get your name out there and get that stuff happening. And that's what this Synergy Collaborative thing is.
Yep. I'm a recent joinee of the Synergy Collaborative. I'm excited to see what this does for me and for you and for all the whole collaborative, right? The whole group. Back to the event planners, right? The event planners need vendors. They need locations. They need customers. Mm-hmm. And this system allows you, right, to, target market each of those kind of targets, right? Mm-hmm. Those markets. Whether it be through postcards, whether it be through the list builder function, through whatever. So, hey, I want to stay top of mind in my community because I'm an event planner and I want to be the one that goes to for the wedding planning or whatever it is. I want to reach out to vendors, right?
Let me interject because you said the list builder. People don't know what the hell that is. Because
let's go talk about it.
Within Mailbox Power, it's more than just postcards and gifts. It's actually got a database that I think it's Experian that it's connected with.
Yeah, Experian, TransUnion, maybe one of those credit kind of file things.
It's got all these SIC codes of people. So if you wanted to capture caterers with the SIC code of caterers in a 20-mile radius of St. Paul, you can buy that list and then it's yours. You don't rent it where you can only use like a one-off usage.
Right.
It's yours, you can re-market to it.
That's right.
You can send these postcards to multiple people. Or if you say you're an event planner and you wanted to target a certain groups of churches. I have an exhibitor that does the bouncy inflatable things for kids.
Sure.
He wanted to reach church groups because they do outreach programs and things and have these little ice cream sundaes, socials and stuff.
Yeah.
And they use his inflatables. So you could target churches in a 20-mile radius of Minneapolis and mail out to them until they rent your bouncy toys.
Exactly. And, you can get really creative and you can add a QR code on there that takes them to a website or a video or a testimonial or whatever. There's a lot of different ways to use that. But that's it. That's a perfect example. Somebody that just needs to get the word out to the right audience that I'm here. I'm in business still. I've survived the last year and a half. Or, hey, I'm a new startup and I need new customers. It's perfect for that. If you're an event planner, you said the caterer. If they need a photographer, a DJ, or whatever it is. So it's either the vendor target or location target, right? Or it's customers.
Well, I know it's working for me because I use HubSpot. I use the free version of HubSpot to house all the connections that I've got. And then I import those into Mailbox Power to send a postcard. So I send out emails in HubSpot, and some people answer them, some people don't. I did this postcard mailing, and I get notifications on my phone that someone just read one of your emails.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get any response, and I sent out this postcard mailing, and all of a sudden I see a notification that someone's reading one of my emails. So they obviously saw this and go, okay, what's this guy up to now? I'm going to go check out that email in my inbox, and I get a little prompt that says that she did. I know that people are listening.
That's right. And there's something about that tangible thing in your hand, right? The physical part. So to be able to bridge the physical with the digital is a powerful tool, right? Mm-hmm. And then to think that, it can be just postcards, it can be greeting cards, it can be gigagrams, which are, like 8.5 by 11 greeting cards. They're gigantic. It could be a cutting board that's laser engraved with something, which is very, very priced unbelievably. It's a coffee mug. It's a water bottle, a high-end water bottle. It's all these things that are an option.
I got one. You sent me this one too.
Hey, yeah, and I've got one here, big Takia. I had those made for all of my team members here at my office. And so, yeah, there's such an assortment, and they just keep adding new cool things to it, right? They have a limited time thing for if you've got a pet, you got a dog, right? They've got a leash. It can't be engraved. It can't be, you can't personalize it, but it's an add-on type thing that if you're sending something to, if you're a veterinarian and you have, you're sending something to one of your clients, you can send them this leash with the dog bowl that's personalized on. I mean, it's just amazing the flexibility.
At some of the event industry networking events, I think it was like International Live Events Association Minnesota chapter or something like that. They did it over at the Machine Shed. No, not the Machine Shed. Anyways, doesn't matter where it was. Event venues are everywhere. But they had this organization. It was like a dog rescue group, and they would always be at this event. So if you wanted to target people with that leash concept and then send a little postcard with, you target pet owners, so you go into the address book and Mailbox Power, pull out pet owners, and then invite them all with a postcard and a free dog leash. Yeah. Have them come to the event with this little dog rescue thing. It's a little tie-in with everything. So
it is. Yeah, and it's not even just a leash. It's a leash that's at the handle's a bag that holds the little bags, the disposable bags, right? It holds, maybe it's a phone. That can go into this little bag that it's attached. Really a neat design that they found, and it's just one thing. You're right. It's right. But that part, we can't gloss over the fact that, hey, if you need to target people that have a dog, the list builder allows that functionality to say, I want to target dog owners within a 10-mile radius of here and send them a card to invite them to my event. Mm-hmm. That's really incredible. You can try some targeted marketing in the social media world, but we both have seen sometimes that does not land where it's supposed to land, and so this generally is going to land well.
It's like sending, come to our barbecue and sending it to a bunch of vegans and vegetarians.
Right. Not a good idea. But that's sometimes some of the paid advertising I've done online. That's exactly what it does. It's like the opposite of what I want.
Tell me about it. That's part of my frustration with I'm putting money into Facebook, and God bless them. It used to be pretty cool how you could target people, but I'm getting people from Ohio when I'm targeting a 25-mile radius in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
They just somehow got into the mix. Whereas this went to the Minnesota Public Relations Society of America at 5353 Wayzata Boulevard, St. Louis Park.
I think that's pretty local.
It went there because it's a mailing address, United States Postal Service. So I'm really kind of excited about that.
Yeah. Well, and let's add this. If your targeted market lands, we don't have all the data in the world, right? But let's just say they targeted Ohio. There's plenty of other people that it targeted that you didn't even know, right? The wrong people. Mm-hmm. In this case, you could send out bulk, direct mail. And if it's the wrong address, if they've moved, it gets returned directly to you. So you can scrub your list. You can say, nope, I'm not going to waste some money on that anymore. And that's another powerful feature to it because, any list you buy is only going to have so much effectiveness. You have to accept the fact that there are some that are wrong or they're outdated. It's just the way lists are in today's world. So just accept it, move on, but you can actually clean your list up because they get returned to you. You don't get that, returned to you in the online world.
And some of the other things that you can do if you're an event-related person is you can send a little gift package out to your attendees. So if you're doing online digital events, you can send them like a Goodwill package full of fun stuff that they can participate in the virtual online digital event with. And you can make all these things customizable because a lot of people don't realize that this has a print merge function in it where if everybody's getting a mug, it looks the same except it has their name on there individually.
Exactly. And it gets packaged and mailed for you. You don't have to package anything. You don't have to go to the post office. You don't have to accomplish anything like that. I'm going to give you an example. Okay. I'm not good at that. If it doesn't get done for me, I struggle. Something can sit on my desk. I sent a thing to a fellow Mailbox Power person that has inspired me along the way. And I had the wrong address. So I have this package I sent that came back to me because that's how the system works. It didn't go back to corporate. That it just, you didn't know it was returned. It came to me directly. But guess where the problem is? I have to go somewhere now that I have the new address, and actually have them mail it. So it's still sitting here 2 weeks later because I have to go do that. I'm tempted to just literally reorder the item and have mail and spend $8 more or whatever it is just to have them do it, because I just can't get myself to go to the.
I agree. It's kind of weird that it's just a trip, 4 blocks down, but I just can't get myself to go and do that.
I pay a little bit for convenience. It's just something that I've really found appreciation for.
This is very convenient when these cards bounce back like that. I just go in and do the address change, and then I just resend the same postcard just like that.
Just like that.
Just throw in the trash.
Yeah, right. Let's shred it. Yeah, recycle.
Small thing.
Yeah. Okay. So what else can we do for event planners? How can we help them? How can you help them? If they go to your site, what happens?
Well, I've got multiple sites. If they went to mailboxpower.com, they could sign up for a trial.
Okay.
And then if they want to use the system, they can pay monthly like I do, and then they can get access to all that. And I'm totally willing to collaborate with ideas and figure things out and share lists and
right.
all that.
So if I'm not mistaken, they go there, right? mailboxpower.com/MagicBrad.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity to sign up for a trial for 14 days. You have to put a little money on the system because to pay for postage, right?
Sure.
But they could literally have access for 14 days to the free postcard thing. I believe they don't even have to be a paid member yet. So test
they definitely get an opportunity to try it. I mean, it's
right.
It's kind of like, you don't expect all the features. Like if you go to a little food sampling, you don't pull up a chair and just start eating the food sample. So you're full of a free buffet. Yeah. And you go in there, you try it out, see if you like it. But what people don't realize that under the hood, there's so much more than just.
There is. I love it. I love it, Brad. I could just see somebody at like Costco just dragging a couch over to right there, sit there and hey, can somebody look at TV up?
The sausages.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out here for a while.
Yeah. We'll grab a loaf of bread and start making sandwiches.
That's great.
No,
but you're right.
You gotta have it's a little tacky. You can't do that.
Yeah, but get past the trial and let's face it. If you're in business at all and you're trying to drive business, $49 a month to have access to the features that are built in it. That also gives you 50 free greeting cards. You just pay postage on.
It gives you the greeting cards, but I love this postcard capability.
And free postcards, like $50 a month. The things that business owners spend money on. This is something that if you can't commit to that realistically, you're missing out. It's not something you should turn on and turn off, because the goal is to stay in front of people and to say thank you consistently. Totally. Those two things: prospect, say thank you. If you're doing that consistently, business is good.
When I was printing these online, we'll go way back. When I was printing them at a physical print shop, they charged me like $100 to put labels on them for 1,000 cards.
Sure.
When I started printing them online, same kind of thing. I think they charged me like $200 to merge it and all that stuff.
Right.
So $50 a month. You do a mailing once a month, you can justify it that way, and then 37 cents.
Yeah. Well, and then you might, if you send, let's say now you land an event, or something happened as a result, and now you're a winner, right? You've got commissionable kind of thing, or a new client. You use the exact same system to go in and say thank you. Right. And it's maybe it's a greeting card, perhaps it's some brownies, maybe it's a coffee mug, maybe it's a charcuterie tray, right? The options out there based on the volume of that sale, or something else we can go on a whole nother call about the lifetime value of that client, right? Mm-hmm. If you can set up, you get a vendor, you get an event that's going to pay a certain amount of dollars, and you're going to plan to do that every year for 10 years, there's a value to that, of that client or that opportunity. And you have to be willing to spend a little bit of money to say thank you. Spend a little bit of money to make some money. It's just how it
a little
goes.
bit of money, and I don't see any reason why huge companies couldn't use this system for doing bigger things, and still it's $50 a month. So,
right? Yeah, there's not a enterprise level that costs you $5,000.
Right.
It's it's $49 a month. Whether you're big or little. And so I don't know. And they had the fact that you can do a trial for 14 days.
One thing we haven't mentioned is the automation capability of it. So
yeah,
you can. It's interesting because it's got a lot of different little areas within the back office for different groups.
yes.
And then there's this special link that you send them. That's a little landing page where they actually fill out their own information. So if you wanted to do a postcard mailing to a company, and then tell the event planner, by the way, I'd like to send you something on your birthday, have them re-enter their personal home address with their birthday on it, and it automatically triggers a setup campaign that you have to send them something on their birthday, or send them, hey, thanks for signing up for my birthday club.
Right.
You're top of mind on autopilot, which is really, really cool.
It's amazing. It is so good. And yes, so automation is just one other feature to it. So there's the one-offs. If you go through some of the big companies with like cards, right, like a Shutterfly, Snapfish kind of thing, they have personalized things, and you can print photos and do all that stuff, right? There's not an automation function in there that if you're in business and you want things to go out automatically, it doesn't exist in those. And that's just not something that's not their niche, right? But the niche at Mailbox Power to be able to either do one-offs or do full automation exists, and integration with other software. For example, if you have an invoice and you Shopify, you don't have to go in there and do a manual thank you for everybody that buys from your store. You could set it up that those two talk to each other, and it automates the whole process of a thank you with the order through a thing as big as Shopify and plenty of other software type things. So time is money. And thank yous really matter. And the fact that you can set it up to automate that process is just unbelievable to me. So yeah, we can go on and on. We can go on and on, Brad.
See, we're talking about birthdays. I've got this particular domain pointing to my birthday club.
Yeah.
I'm going to change it, but if anybody sees this in real time, like right now or in a week or month, this goes to my little birthday club. So if anybody wants to go on there and get a little gift, they can do so.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Very cool.
I had somebody that I did send that joined my birthday club a couple weeks ago, and they reached out and said, thank you for the card, because there's a card that comes saying, thanks for signing up and looking forward to celebrating you and kind of thing. Right. And they said, yeah, if this is costing you money, you don't have to do that, because I'm not going to be able to buy insurance from you, or I'm not, whatever it is. Like, they just wanted to save me money. It was very thoughtful. And I said, no. I don't put conditions to this. Right? You don't have to buy something. You don't have to buy my insurance. You don't have to be my best friend. You don't have to start using Mailbox Power. I want to keep in front of you, and I want to say and celebrate you. And it takes no effort for me. Yes, it costs me money, but that's okay. And I can tell you that if in the back end, if down the road you decide, somebody asks, hey man, I'm struggling here to retain customers or to inspire referrals, whatever. If I'm the guy that you mentioned to somebody, and all of a sudden they see value in the system, if I'm looking at trying to make it pay off, it worked. But if it never happens, it's okay. I'm just celebrating your birthday.
You got to kind of have a budget for that in your business and your life, I think, to be able to spend money and not have any expected return on investment.
Yes.
Because the reality is there might be a situation where you're out to dinner and you start choking on a chicken bone, and that person happens to be in there. Go, oh my God, there's the guy that sent me those brownies. I'm going to go save his life.
And without the brownies, they would have just watched me suffer. I did it.
Well, it might be good, or a flat tire or something like that.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, this is fun, buddy.
Well, we both agree, though, that just putting we went over 30 minutes, but we both have agreed that just putting good into the world is a good thing, right? It changes the energy, the energy fields, whatever it is, just doing good. and celebrating other people. So I'm in. But yeah, certainly you have to have a budget. So that's why it might be a card, a greeting card for some, and for others it might be some big ticket item because that's what they're capable of doing. That's okay.
Mm-hmm. A Lamborghini, they don't have those.
Yeah, no, we don't have any personalized Lamborghinis yet.
Well, you got called out. I saw one of Casey Eberhardt's things, and he was talking about the people, and then he mentioned, I always mentioned the Bo testimonial, the Bo Young testimonial, because you landed somebody into this program big. They ended up doing like a big mailing or something like that.
Yeah, I helped another agent. I just mentioned this to another agent about a way to connect to the customers, and within 2 weeks, it was about $17,000 that was spent, and just couldn't be more thankful for the platform and how easy the process was to deliver that kind of experience for her clients.
Wow.
It was a huge investment and it was a leap of faith, but it was, in her mind, it was worth every penny. It was a lot of money.
$50 a month, it was worth it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to think about that, I mean, think about how much money that is, right? I mean, that's a car. That's something you could buy selfishly for yourself. But when you can look and say, okay, this isn't an expense, this is an investment in my customers. And if I'm looking on a return of investment, right? If I can retain this many customers as a result of this mailing, or if I can get this many referrals that lead to this kind of commission or revenue in my business, then it was not an expense, it was an investment. And that's how she looked at it as a business owner. That's how you have to look at it. If you're just sitting there like, oh my goodness, 17, 10, 15, whatever. Nope. If you can math it out, you'll say this is a great idea.
Well, I save all my receipts when they come back because it's postage expense.
Yeah.
That's at so those are all tax deductible business expenses. And you just got to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And she looked at this, yeah, she could spend the money on herself, but is it going to get her new clients because she's driving around in a little older convertible? Because, you know what I mean? Like this was an investment in her clients, and it led to referrals. It led to higher retention. It led to higher satisfaction numbers. All of those things pay, so it's great marketing.
Eventually, the law of reciprocation and karma and stuff. If you put good stuff out, good stuff's got to come back.
That's exactly it. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We're long. We're 33.
That's okay. Maybe that's the secret of going past 30 minutes. My philosophy was I don't want to consume too much of people's time, but heck, if we're fun and entertaining and informational and educational, what the hell?
There you go. You gotta roll with it. All right.
I'm going to send you into the green room so you can have some of those digital hors d'oeuvres. I really splurged too. It's like a huge spread back there if you want to.
Cannot wait to get back there.
Low calories. See you, bud.
See ya.
Well, that was fun again. I enjoy having my weekly talk with my friend Bo Young. Consistency, it's been amazing. He's been very consistent, and I appreciate that. So, peace, love, and happiness. This is MagicBrad signing off from the Magic Lounge. If you ever want to connect, please do so. You can find my little magicbrad.com thing there. My phone number is everywhere. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be well, be good, be safe. See you later. Take care. Bye. I gotta go.